Okay, this is 10.3 notes. We are going to first kind of classify these equations here with either a parabola, ellipse, or hyperbola, or a circle. Number two, look at the notes we have from 10.1 on classifying conics. So the first one is a circle. Circle because we have two squared variables with the same coefficient. Number two is an ellipse. Again, two squared variables, but ellipse they have the same sign. They're both positive, but the coefficients are different. The next one's a hyperbola. Again, two squared variables, but different signs. This one's positive, this one's negative. Next one we have a parabola, only one squared variable. Number 5 is a circle. Again, same coefficients. Number 6 is a parabola. Again, another single squared variable. And the last one is a circle. Same coefficient, again, squared variable. Okay, so two squared variables. Okay, so let's go into the standard form of a circle. Bring back some of the things you might have done in geometry. Not too sure. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the standard form. So we have x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. Kind of reminder, this one will tell us to go left and right. I remember this h, if it's right, then it's going to be the opposite, okay? If you're going right, it's going to be opposite what you think. It's going to be right. Sorry, what's inside there's going to always go be opposite what you're doing. So here, the next one we have is this will go up or down. And this is kind of different. We didn't do this much before, but again, it's always the opposite. Okay. So we have the center, which is HK. And then we have a radius of R. So if you notice this is R, the radius is, this is R squared, the radius is R, so we have to take square root of that to get our R. So we're going to take this first formula here, or this first equation here, and determine the center and the radius. So our center should be at 2, 1. Okay. And it's kind of like talking, we don't necessarily always have to do this, but just to make sure you understand that, remember, this is going this way 2, and this one's going up 1. That's why it's positive. And then this radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. So we plot our center, which is at 2, 1. And then our radius is up 3 from the center in all directions. We don't necessarily get to, we won't be able to draw all the way around, but we kind of get an idea of what we're doing when we draw this, so that we can sit here and, know that circle radius is the same distance all the way around from the center. So no matter where I go, from here to here will be 3. Here to here will be 3. So this whole length, remember, is called the diameter. So 3 and 3, so the whole length is 6. But even like if you think about the radius, no matter where it goes, as long as you're coming from that center, this will be 3. Okay? So all the way around. Okay, so now with the next one, our center, we're going this way 3, and then we're going this way 1. Left 3, down 1. Again, -3, -1, and our radius, square root of 1 is 1. Okay, so it'll be a little tiny circle. So we're going to draw our center at -3, 1, 2, 3, down 1, and our radius is up 1. all the way around. So try and draw yourself a nice circle. Remember, it should look like a circle, not an oval or squished. Okay? Okay, so now what happens if our our circle is not in standard form? Like what we've been doing, we're going to complete the square. But this time, you have to do it for both for X and Y. Okay, so just kind of divide yourself out here and give yourself some room. We're going to put our X's together. Okay, so I'll put them in here. And I need to put something here. Okay, I'm going to add, let's do this one in a different color. Our Y values, or excuse me, our Y exponents will be in here. Again, you're adding something to both. So we'll have to add something here as well as something here. Okay, so take the square from both sides. We're going to take this -4. Okay, we're going to divide by 2 and then square that. So that will give us a 4. Okay, so don't forget to add a 4 over here. All right, so this other one, we got -6, divide by 2, square it, get a 9. So that means we add a 9 over here. So for each of our parentheses to make it into standard form, this is going to be X minus 2, quantity squared, plus Y minus 3, quantity squared, and then 9 and 4, -9 and 4 is 5, and then that gets rid of that 9, add that positive 9, and we get a 4. So now our center is at, so this is going this way 2, and this is going up 3, 2, 3, and then our radius is the square root of 4, which is 2. So plot 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go up 2 from every side of the center by 2, and then draw ourselves a nice pretty circle. I'm going to get out of this. I went out this way too. Usually try to write my number there, what my radius is, just for the sake of looking at it. Okay, so the next one, let's try this next one. Again, we're going to take the square root, complete the square twice. So we're going to put x's together. So we have x squared plus 8x plus some blank plus, and then we're going to have y squared minus 2y plus some blank. Now we have to move this 8 over, so that's going to give me a -8. And don't forget, we're going to have 2 things happen over here. Okay. Oh yeah, so don't forget, as we start this, make sure you ask yourself, do you need to factor out an a for each of these? And this one we don't. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So I'll put a 16 here. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go with this. This is x plus 4 quantity squared. Okay, plus. All right. So -2 divided by 2 is -1 squared. That's a 1. So add a 1 here and a 1 here. And then this is y minus 1 quantity squared equals -8. And 16 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So we round up with a 9. So now our center so we're going this way 4, so it's a -4. We're going up 1, And then that means we have a positive 1. And our radius is a square root of 9, which is 3. Plot your points. Negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. Okay. And then your radius is 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't have the picture there, but it's okay. So I'm not doing this on notability, which actually gives you nice, pretty circles. Radius is 3. And again, don't forget all the way across. Your diameter here is 3 plus 3 is 6. Center. That center is always in the middle. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Number 7. Okay. So what we have here is, again, we're going to separate everything and complete the square. Now, first one, if you notice that our x's, there's only an x squared. So that's all we get to do with that. So plus, and so here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I usually will go ahead and take that out, but I'll make sure we see what we're doing. So this negative, the 6 becomes a negative on this side. Subtract 6 from both sides. Okay, so usually what we do here is we take out a 2, right? And then we will find it that way. So usually this is what we're going to have here. So I'll just rewrite it because I didn't do it the first time. So if I take out an a, I'm going to have y squared minus 4y. And that, okay, so that changes kind of what I put in there. So, negative 4 divided by 2 squared is just 2. 2 times squared is 4. Sorry, 4. Okay. So I'm not adding anything with this part, but I do have to add something. So don't forget, you have to do your 2 times your 4, okay, to get your 8. So add your 8. Okay, so what's this leave us? This leaves us with a 2x squared plus 2 times the quantity of y minus 2 quantity squared, and that's a 2. Now, if our standard form, we do not have this coefficient. There's no coefficients in standard form. Well, at least for this part in front of the y minus 2x squared. The 2 there could be the same. But there actually isn't for any of it. You shouldn't any be there. So in order to get rid of that coefficient, okay, we're going to divide everything by 2. So, again, no coefficients in standard form. Okay, so divide everything by 2. And we wind up with, I'll write it over here, x squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 1. So for this one, our center is 0 because there's no HA2, and our radius is 1. So plot your point and draw your circle. A very tiny circle again. Okay, so there's circles. Don't forget the idea of thinking of, diameter. Remember the diameter is halfway between these two radiuses. Okay, so it's the whole length. You add both races up, you get the whole thing. So remember things such as that.